Hi, and welcome to the third and final video in our three-part series on using GFRC to create a permanent decorative structure. We walked through step one, which was creating the form liner and then the curved GFRC panels. In step two, we talked about the installation of the outdoor living space. And in part three, I'm joined by my good friend Ricky.
Hey Ernie, how are you?
Very good today. And he's going to actually walk us through the countertop process on how he made the edge banding and the decorative concrete countertops. So Ricky, if you could tell us a little bit about how everything is going to go with this particular process.
Absolutely, Ernie. Well, there's tons of videos out there on how to make countertops and GFRC and concrete countertops. What makes this one different is that we use edge molding or edge banding to create a decorative edge around it.
Okay, and it looks like you started with this piece of wood trim here to create the mold.
Exactly. We went to a local home improvement store and picked this up. This is the egg and dart style, which we thought fit very well with the Art Deco design of the entire project. So the first thing we did was we stripped the wood or trimmed it to be 1.5 inches, which is the height that we wanted the countertop to be.
All right, and then where do you go from there?
So once we had it cut to size, what we did was we made two at a time. They were 12 feet long, and we built a box around them to contain the rubber. We make sure that was sealed, all the seams had clay in them.
Okay.
And then we proceeded to seal the wood using sonite wax and applied a layer of universal mold release.
Okay, so that was the same process used in the first video when we were making the form liner.
Exactly. Anytime you're using a urethane rubber, you want to make sure that your surfaces are all sealed and released properly.
Okay, so which rubber did you use for this project?
In this particular project, we used TAS 16, which is a Shore 80A hardness.
Okay, now I'm familiar with PMC 780, typically used for concrete stamps. Why did you use this particular product for this particular project?
Sure, what makes this different is that it's a 90-minute cure time.
Okay.
So PMC 780, it's a 48-hour cure time. With this, it's only 90 minutes. You're able to make more of them faster and have them ready for production.
Okay, and then ready for production in 90 minutes?
Actually, we always recommend to wait that you wait 24 hours before putting them into production.
Okay.
However, it doesn't take away from the fact that you can make many molds in the same day.
Okay, so great. So I see how all the detail came from the original piece of trim. So pretty much now you're ready to throw it in a box and start making concrete countertops.
Sure, you could put it in a box if you wanted to. However, the great thing about this is that the rubber is tough enough that it will hold the shape. So what we did was we actually cut them in a miter saw and then drilled through them and screwed them onto the base. So we had a template of the base, we knew the design that we needed, and the dimensions that we needed. Then we screwed them in and matched that curve perfectly to the base on site. Okay, so the countertops are in fact curved. That's correct.
All right, I see. So now we've got everything attached. Now we're ready to cast concrete.
Almost, Ernie. Not quite. Not quite. First, we needed to put the knockouts in. So we made some knockouts to put in where the columns that are going to hold the entire steel pergola would be.
Okay.
We knocked those out so we didn't have to cut the concrete later after it was casted. And we also made some metal inlays that were going to go matching the I-beam design of the entire pergola.
Okay. And I noticed the colors are the same. So similar process in casting these countertops?
Yeah, pretty much the entire process. Standard mix design was all the same. The only difference is we actually polished the countertops and sealed them to give it a nice finished look.
Great. And then they were demolded and ready to be installed.
Ready to go to the job site.
Excellent. Overall, it's awesome. I mean, I love the fact that you can just create your own edge banding from a piece of wood here, if you will. What if I didn't like the egg and dart design?
And that's a great question, Ernie. Not everybody's going to like this. The good thing about this process or this technique is that you could apply it to any design that you like. So if you like a split rock edge, or if you like a rope edge or a bull nose, you can use the same technique, different design, and get the same results.
Great. Well, thank you very much, Ricky, for explaining all this to me.
Absolutely.
I want to thank you for your time. I want to thank everyone else for their time for watching these videos, part 1, part 2, and part 3. We hope these videos were able to help you out. We hope they will be able to help you out on your next project, no matter how big or how small it is. And have a great day. Thank you. See you next time.